Hello everyone. Today we are going to talk about a Cannizzaro reaction. What is Cannizzaro reaction? It is a redox reaction between aromatic aldehydes, formaldehyde or other aliphatic aldehydes without alpha hydrogen, or in other words, a chemical reaction that involves base induced disproportionation of non-enolizable aldehyde. Now let us try to understand each definition one by one. In first definition, it is mentioned that it is a redox reaction. Now why is it called a redox reaction? If you consider 2 moles of an aldehyde, 1 mole will undergo oxidation, at the same time other mole will be reduced to an alcohol, and for the same reason it is also called as a disproportionation reaction. In other part of the definition, it is already mentioned, it is clearly mentioned that our aldehyde must not contain an alpha hydrogen. That is, they should be non-enolizable. Now the problem with the aldehydes having alpha hydrogen is that under basic conditions they will undergo or they will form an enolate. Now that enolate then can attack the another mole of an aldehyde to form a condensation react to give a condensation product. Okay, now let us try to understand the reaction in detail. Now here you can see there are 2 moles of aldehydes. Now under strongly basic conditions, an aldehyde with no alpha hydrogen undergo disproportionation reaction to give half alcohol and half carboxylate. And the disproportionation means one half of the sample is oxidized by other half, which itself is reduced. Therefore, it is also called as a self-oxidation reduction reaction. Now let us try to understand the mechanism of this reaction in detail. Now hydroxide, it is acting as a nucleophile, so it will be attacking the electron deficient carbonyl carbon over here. So as soon as the formation of sigma bond between this oxygen and carbon starts forming, the pi electron density between oxygen and carbon will be shifting on the oxygen, so that we get the tetrahedral intermediate like this. When this tetrahedral intermediate comes in contact with the hydroxide, it can further deprotonate to this tetrahedral intermediate. Now let us call this tetrahedral intermediate as A and this as B. Now based on which tetrahedral intermediate is attacking another mole of your aldehyde, there are 2 pathways. In first pathway, let us consider this tetrahedral intermediate is reacting with another mole of aldehyde. So the reaction will be taking place something like this. The formal negative charge on the oxygen will be reversed, so that there is a formation of pi bond between this carbon and oxygen. At the same time, this bond will be getting broken, and this hydrogen will carry these electrons to form a bond with this carbonyl carbon, and the pi electron density between this oxygen and carbon will be shifting over this oxygen, so that we get a compound like this, which is nothing but alcohol and carboxylic acid. Now let us consider another possibility. If the another intermediate is attacking the aldehyde, that is the another mole of aldehyde, in that case what is happening? The same formal negative charge on oxygen will get reversed to form a pi bond, and the hydride will be attacking the carbonyl, so that the pi electron density between this carbonyl carbon and oxygen will be shifting towards oxygen, so that we get carboxylate and alkoxide, which after acidic workup will give us these 2 compounds, that is carboxylic acid and an alcohol.